All right, today we're diving into a really fascinating 14-day journey. We're going to break down day by day exactly what happens inside your body when you add one simple but super powerful ingredient, apple cider vinegar. Let's get right into it.
It sounds like a pretty bold claim, right? But hey, if you've ever dealt with those awful afternoon energy crashes, or you're always fighting snack cravings, or maybe you just wake up feeling kind of puffy, then you are definitely going to want to hear this. We're about to dig into the science of how this one little habit can kickstart a major reset.
So let's think about this a different way. This isn't just some diet tip. It's really a story about your body's chemistry. From the very first sip, your body starts this whole process of adapting. It's a pretty cool journey, and we're going to walk through every single step.
And here is our star player, acetic acid. This is the powerhouse compound inside the vinegar. It's the key that unlocks all the changes we're about to talk about, from your digestion all the way to your metabolism.
Okay, so the first 7 days, it's all about adjustment. Think of it as the getting to know you phase. It's where your body meets acetic acid for the first time and starts this initial cleansing and rebalancing process. And you know what? Some of the most immediate effects happen right here in this first week.
Man, this first week is just packed with milestones. We kick things off with stabilizing blood sugar, then we move into better glucose control. We get to experience some very welcome debloating. And by the time we hit day 7, there's a whole new sense of energy balance. It's just a quick series of really positive changes.
All right, we're just 48 hours in, and something pretty crucial happens that you can actually feel. And it's all about what you suddenly don't feel the need to do anymore. So here's how it works. That acetic acid, it's basically having a direct conversation with the appetite center in your brain. And that's why that usual urge to grab a snack around 10 a.m. suddenly goes quiet. You just feel fuller, longer. It makes sticking to your meals so much easier, and you don't even feel like you're missing out.
Okay, let's jump ahead to day 5. By this point, the changes start becoming something you don't just feel on the inside, but something you can actually see.
Now, this is one of the best effects, for sure. The vinegar helps to balance out the potassium and sodium levels in your system, which is absolutely key for managing fluids. So if you're someone who often wakes up and your rings feel tight or your feet feel puffy, this is the point where you might notice, hey, that feeling is pretty much gone.
Now we are heading into week 2. And look, if week 1 was all about adaptation, week 2 is where the real transformation kicks in. We're going beyond those immediate effects and into deeper, more fundamental changes in your metabolism. And just look at this lineup. We start the week by firing up fat-burning signals. Then we get to see the end of those annoying sugar cravings, we get a little boost to the immune system, and it all leads up to a new, sustainable balance for your entire body.
Day 8. This is a big one. This marks a major shift where your body literally begins to change its whole approach to how it handles energy and fat.
So let's be super clear here. This is not about some magical overnight weight loss. What's happening is actually way more important than that. The acetic acid is basically sending a memo to your liver, telling it to flip the genetic switches that encourage your body to start using fat for fuel instead of just packing it away. It's like a software update from the inside out.
Day 10. Okay, for anyone out there who feels like they are in a constant battle with their sweet tooth, this day is a total game changer.
What's so amazing here is that as your body gets better at using insulin, it just stops screaming for those sugar hits. That chemical dependency, it starts to break. You might actually be surprised when you realize you walked right past the bakery and didn't even feel that pull. It's not about willpower, it's about your body's chemistry literally changing.
So we've seen the what and the why. Now let's get into the how. Because to get these results, the way you do it really matters. So here are 3 simple but kind of non-negotiable rules to follow.
Let's break these down real quick. First, temperature. Warm water just helps wake up your digestive system and your metabolism a little more effectively. Second, timing is everything. You want to drink it on an empty stomach about 20 minutes before your first meal. That lets the acetic acid get to work without any interference. And finally, quality. You have to get the raw, unfiltered stuff, the kind with that cloudy bit at the bottom. That's the mother, and it's packed with all the good stuff.
And here we are at the end of our 2-week journey. So where have we landed? Well, it's not about a temporary fix. It's about establishing a new, healthier baseline for your body, a whole new normal.
I mean, the transformation is just so clear when you put it side by side. You're trading in those wild blood sugar spikes and crashes for stable, consistent energy all day long. You're swapping out those constant cravings for a calm, controlled appetite.
And that bloating and water retention, it gets replaced by balanced, comfortable digestion. It really is a full system upgrade.
The source material really just sums it up perfectly right here. The goal isn't just to feel a little better for a couple of days. It's to fundamentally reset how your body operates day to day, to get it to a more efficient and, well, a more comfortable state of being.
So we'll just end with this question. After seeing this whole day-by-day transformation, it really makes you wonder, right? What could a reset like this do for you? What could your new normal feel like? That's a powerful thought to end on.